Okay, sorry this is a little crooked, but here's what we're going to end up with. This flower is about 1 inch, and I like to use the Dupioni silk, but you can use any kind of fabric. I start with some of the hard felt, a circle of the hard felt, which is you can find in any craft store right next to where they keep the soft felt. So however big your circle is, your flower is going to end up bigger than that because you're going to end up building on it. But this is about the size I usually start with. And I cut a piece of the Dupioni silk about 1.5 inches wide, and really you can do any length from 13 up to 20 inches longer if you want a bigger flower. Now the first thing that you're going to do is, you're going to tie a knot in the end of the fabric like that, and that's going to be the center of your flower, and then just clip off the end. Don't worry about any fraying or whatever. You kind of want that in the flower if you want the shabby chic kind of look. So I take my circle, and I put a tiny dab of glue right in the center, and then you take your knot and you lay it over that, press it down with your finger till it's holding well. It only takes a few seconds. And then I turn it toward me, not away from me. I do it toward my body, away from the center. And then you're going to be folding it counterclockwise. So start to fold it. Take your glue gun again. Put a tiny little bit of glue, not much, or else it's going to seep through your rolls and not look very well. Good. So roll it toward me, and then start to roll it around that center knot. And again, hold it just for a few seconds. Put another spot of glue, kind of close to the base. You don't want it up high on the flower. Roll it towards you just a little bit. The tighter that you roll it, the tighter your swirls are going to be, and the tighter your flower. It all depends on what you like, and it does take a little practice and seeing the end result that you like. But turn it toward yourself, and then around the flower. A lot of times I get off center. It's not a huge deal so far. Another spot of glue. Turn it towards yourself, around the flower. Okay, we're still working our way around here. I just got some on the flower, so that's not gonna look very good, but oh well. Turn it towards yourself. Sometimes you can sort of cover up if you get glue where it doesn't belong. And you'll probably burn yourself at least once per flower. At least I do. Kind of hold it in place. Spot of glue. Turn it towards yourself. Wrap it around. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you run out of felt like I'm about to do here, because you just glue it to the side of the flower. So even if there's not anything underneath, but you have something on the side to hold it on, that's fine. So put a little bit of glue, turn it towards yourself, wrap it counterclockwise, hold it in place. This one's coming out kind of sloppy, but you know, they're not always the same. They're not always perfect. I think that's what kind of makes it interesting. You're going to keep on going until, see, I have like this little tail left here, but you keep on going till you run out of fabric or your flower gets too big, and then you can always clip it off and make it shorter if you need to. And if there's any place on it that you're not happy with when it's done, you can always add a little rhinestone or a couple of pearls and cover up your imperfections, or you can just leave it. So far this one, it's coming out okay. Not as good as if I wasn't trying to tape this at the same time, but okay, so when you get to the end, you're gonna do your last little bit like that, and then turn the flower over, put some glue, and then what you're going to do is take this last little piece and kind of just push it down onto the back of the flower. These the strings you can cut off when you're done if there's too many and you don't like them, but that'll hold that on the back. And then that's it. This one came out really sloppy because I was trying to tape it at the same time, but hopefully you get the general idea. And depending on what kind of fabric you use, how long of a length of fabric, it's going to come out bigger or smaller. I wouldn't ever recommend using more than 2 inches wide at the most, and that would be for a pretty thick flower. So there you go.